सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च.
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. We have seen the greatness of Virat Swarupam, then Hiranyagarbha, and of course the Dhama, the abode and the Shuddha Sattva Divyamangala Vigraham of Vaikunthanatha. This was very much followed with the beauty of Brahma's creation. That has been described in the 8th Dashakam. In the 8th Dashakam, Narayana Bhattatri takes us through a journey. He states, Panchashadabda madhuna svavayordhvarupam ekam parardhamati vrittyahi vartate sau tatrantyaratri janitan kathayami bhuman paschadinavatarane cha bhavadvilasan asau adhuna vartatehi. That Brahma who has been in existence now, Ati Vritya Ekam Parardham, after having crossed one Parardha. I have given this term in the previous episode itself. So we have a lifespan of 100 years. Shatamanam Bhavati Shatayah Purusha Shatendriya. There is Sita's Vakyam in Srimad Ramayanam. There are multiple Vakyams in Ramayanam itself to suggest that human life is around 100 years. In fact, the mystic saint poet called as Tondaradi Pudiyalvar says, Vedam Nuru Pirayam Nuru. So, Vedam Odum. So, if Vedas say that the lifespan of a human being, a normal human being is 100 years, maybe plus 20, minus 20. Now, coming to Brahma's lifetime, his lifetime of 100 years has been divided into 50 and 50. So, it is called Prathama Parardhe and Dvitiya Parardhe. So the first 50 and second 50. So here Bhattatri says, Ativritya Ekam Parardhe. After having crossed one Parardham, Panchasha Dabdham Svayavayor Dvarupam. So he has crossed 50, Panchasha, which is forming half of his lifespan. Hey Bhuman, hey Bhagavan. So Brahma has crossed 50. Now let's look at Bhagavan. Hey Bhuman, Kathayami. Now I shall narrate Bhavad Vilasan. Then what happened to you in relationship with Brahma? Because he has crossed 50. What happened then? Antya Ratri Janitan Tatra, which took place at the end of last of those nights. Paschat Dinavatarane Cha. Then at the beginning of the next day. So we have discussed. So the first day becomes Brahma Kalpam. The last day before the elapse of the Prathama Parardham becomes Padma Kalpam. So Bhattatri says, Antyaratri Janitan Tatra, before that last day of the first 50k, Paschad Dinavatarane Cha. Then you have to describe that day. For that you will have to discuss the previous day and thereby that night. So he says, Antya Ratri Janitan Tatra. So the last night should be known. Thereby the consecutive first day should be known. Paschat Dinavataranech. What is he talking about? Next shloka says, Dinavasaneth Sarojayonihi Sushuptikamastwai Sannililye Jaganti cha Vajjataram samiyuhu tademame karnamavasa vishvam atha saroja yonihi. Saroja, which is pankaja, lotus. Saroja yonihi. Brahma is born in that lotus. See, right through from the formation of Hiranyagarbha to Brahma meditating upon Narayana through tapas and seeing him, receiving the ethereal voice, beginning the creation, and then the creation and the dissolution described using Parardham, Parardham, Kalpam, Kalpam. We have seen Bhattatri consciously makes note of the word lotus, lotus born, lotus eyed. Why? We will see that later. Here he says, Dinavasanetha Sarojayonihi Atha Sarojayonihi, that lotus born Brahma, Dinavasane Sushupti Kamaha. At the end of the day, he was very desirous of sleep. He's been creating, he becomes very tired. Dinavasane Sushupti Kamaha. Sannililye Tvai. Where will he go get energy from? You have a mobile phone. Mobile phone has all the data. It has all the apps. But for that to perform, it needs charge. So every night you put it with the charger. From the charger, it gets charged. Then comes away through the day and carries all the activities. And that night itself, you go place it in the charger. Now, why are you showing charger like this? See, earlier we used to have those plug-in connections for chargers. Nowadays, you have portable chargers where over that if you keep, you see a lot of cars where there are charging places. You keep the mobile there, it gets charged. Tvannililye, look at the word he used. Sannililye tvai, you took and rested on him to get that energy. Jaganti cha samiyuhu tvajjataram. At that point in time, hey Bhagavan, like how Brahma came and rested on you, the entire creation came and rested in your abdomen. He says, Tvajjataram tada idam vishvam asa ekarnavam. While the entire universe came and rested in your abdomen, Brahma came rested in you. That time, ekarnavam asa vishvam. It looked like the entire earth was flooded with waters. It was in deluge waters, he says. Next shloka, Tavaiva Veshe Phaniraji Sheshe Jalaika Sheshe Bhuvane Sma Seshe Ananda Sandranu Bhavaswarupaha Swayoga Nidra Parimudritatma Bhuvane Jalaika Sheshe Sati Tvam. When the entire universe that we see was nothing but water, Bhuvane Jala Ekasheshe Satitvam. There was only water. Ananda Sandranubhava Swarupaha. You who is in the form of supreme Ananda. Ananda Sandranubhava Swarupaha. Swayoga Nidra Parimudritatma. You were absorbed in that yogic slumber. See, we say Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Yoga just doesn't mean only the asanas. It is complete control over all your emotions, reaching the last stage and doing the entire creation with your yogic shakti. That is what he is talking about. Ananda Sandranubhava Swarupaha Swa Yoga Nidra Parimudritatma. He is in that Yoga Nidra. It is not that mundane sleep that we all do. Yoga Nidra. So Yoga Nidra Parimudritatma. Bhagavan is absorbed in that Yoga Nidra. That is why Andal, the mystic poetess, says, Parkadalul Payya Tuyindra Paraman. Another Alvar says, Uranguvadu Pol Yoga Seyyum Perumal. Yoga means yoga in ancient Tamil. Uranguvadu Pol, the one who looks as if he is sleeping but he is actually doing yoga. Swayoga Nidra Parimudritatma Sheshe Sma Phaniraji Sheshe. Now where is that Bhagavan reclining? He is reclining on Adi Shesha. Sheshe Sma Phaniraji Sheshe. So that is the bed. Who is he? Phaniraja. Phanam means hood. The one who has Phanam is called Phani. So So Adishesha or any state, a snake, for example, the cobra, is called Pani. But this Adishesha is just not a snake. He is the leader of snakes. Pani Raja. So he is the Paninam Raja. So the one who is the king of Pani. So Paninam, Pani Raji, Sheshe. The one who has made the king of snakes as his bed. So Sheshe sma Paniraji Sheshe Veshe Tava Yeva. Now this, who is this Adishesha? We said that there was no one else in the universe. They were all in deluge. Brahma rested in Bhagavan. Bhagavan alone is there. Then we say, no sir, along with Bhagavan, Adishesha is there. That is why Bhattatri clears the doubt. Veshe Tava Eva. This Paniraji Sheshe, this Adishesha whom we see is Veshe Tava Eva, is another form of yours. So Adishesha is none but Bhagavan himself. Why should he make a bed out of him? He has not found a suitable bed for him, so he became his own bed. He did not find a suitable vehicle for him, he became his own vehicle called Garuda. So, Veshe Tava Eva. If you go to a temple called Ulagalanda Perumal temple, an age-old temple in the midst of Kanchipuram, you will see Narayana in the form of Adisesha in a passage. So, Bhagavan is Adisesha, so he rested on himself. That is when the 7th shloka comes. Kalakhya Shaktim Pralayavasane प्रबोधयेत्यादिशता किलादौ त्वया प्रसुप्तं परिसुप्त शक्ति व्रजेन तत्र अखिल जीवधाम्ना तत्र आदौ. At the beginning of pralaya, त्वया परिसुप्त शक्ति व्रजेन, because of the multitude of powers that you had, because of the merger. When I say merger, it doesn't mean they got mixed. They have rested on him. Parisupta Shakti Vrajena Akhila Jiva Dhamna. You became the substratum, the very foundation for all the Jivatmas. So the Jivatmas, that is why Vedam says Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Sa Vidadhati Kaman. There are many Jivatmas. Those Jivatmas seek asylum in you. You are that substratum for all the Jivatmas. Jivatma and the Achetana Goshti put together is called Nara. Narana Ayanam Yasya Saha. The one who is the substratum, the very foundation for all the Jivatmas and Achetanas. Akhila Jiva Dhamna. The one who is the supporter for all the Jivas. Adishata Kalakhya Shaktim. Now you imagine the entire universe has been in deluge waters. All of that has sought asylum or substratum in Bhagavan. Brahma, the intermediate creator, has sought asylum in Bhagavan. When everything rests in Bhagavan, Adishata Kalakhya Shaktim. That time you commanded a power called the time. Prabodhaya Pralayavasane iti. Wake me up at the end of the deluge. You said, when the pralayam is over, wake me up. Then, prasuptam tatra adau kila. Then you continued sleeping on Adisesha. So you commanded the Kala Samayam, Kala, and said, see, I am resting now, I am doing yoga. Wake me up at the end of deluge. Now you may be wondering, isn't it like an alarm system? He's telling time, wake me up. No, remember, the time that we want to wake up in an alarm system, though we keep it in a device, it is there in our mind. If you subconsciously tell your mind, tutor your mind, wake me up at 4 a.m., it will do. You don't need an alarm at all. So our subconscious mind is so strong. So Bhagavan is telling himself, Prabodhaya Pralayavasane iti. Wake me up when this deluge gets over. Prasuptam Tatra Adau Khila. Till then, hey Bhagavan, hey Krishna, you continued resting on Adisesha. Who is Adisesha? Previous shloka said, Veshe Tava Eva. It is none but your own form. So on his very own form, Bhagavan kept resting. What happened after that? Next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादि दिव्यायुधसत्कर्मणे शङ्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते नारायण 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 नारायण